Alright, so I found these foam blocks. It sits reasonably level. Let's go through the train first. So, I stabbed the foam block. Okay. Strike side, you've got the counter wheel on top and then the main wheel underneath that. They look to be identical, but I can't tell. We'll try to keep them separated. After the main wheel, we've got the first wheel, which has the cog, then an arbor or a pinion below it, and then it looks like another cog just above it. And then this one is driving one further in via its pinion, and then I think this is what they call the camshaft. It's got two little plugs going up and then the cog underneath it, and then a little cam at the bottom. I don't see what that interacts with. Maybe it's just a balance. Okay, and then that. Where does this one come into play? Okay, this is. Okay, yeah, there's a little pinion at the top of this one, and then the spring, and it has posts pointing down that then interact with this pinion and the fly. So there's the strike side. And then on the going side or timekeeping side, whatever, mainspring, the click and all that. This one, the first one is, it's got a pinion and then the spring, driving a pinion and then the spring going this way. And then below that, so it goes top, middle, then below that is another pinion, then a spring, or I keep saying spring, sprocket, cog, wheel, whatever. And then it goes down again, pinion, spring, pinion, wheel. Oh, and this is the pointy bastard. What do they call that? I've watched enough videos to remember some of this stuff. Middle, not really sure how to ascertain. I can't quite make out how they work with what. Oh, okay. So this first wheel drives this over here, I think. Yeah. So the middle bit, there's a cog right there on this long arbor for the minute hand, and that cog has two cogs below it and what looks like a little spring, like a normal car spring, and below that there's a wheel that interacts with there's three cogs on the center. This wheel down here looks like it interacts with both the first and the second. There's a large gear below a small gear, going small gear, large gear. I think that's all the gears. So let's take it apart and see if it explodes. Let's see here. 4 of these nuts are 5/16. Potentially problematic. I can't get a 5/16 socket on there, and I do not have, I don't think I have a 5/16 wrench. If I do, it'll take a minute to go hunt it down. I do have crescents. Being cheap and waiting for the Black Friday sale at Harbor Freight, gonna save $5 because the $10 wrench set becomes $5 during the Black Friday weekend, and well, I've spent a fair amount of money so far. I mean, I bought this bench, this stool I'm sitting on, most of these, yeah, all of these tools that I'm using specifically for clock stuff. So I have relatively clean tools that I can keep indoors and kind of rust free. But, Travis Turner always said tools are never a bad investment, even if they're cheap. And I'm not gronking on these to no end, and this one seems to have, is it backing out at all? Is there something? I'll put my fingers on the back and feel it. Okay, so it feels like the whole thing is rotating. Okay, just gotta hold the post. Okay, so there's one, and it has a shortish leg relative to the others. Well, those two don't come off, but this one is, well, this one doesn't come off either. Okay, no comparison needed. Go. That one came off fairly well. Three. 4. And then in the middle is a 6 mil. I don't know if it's truly a 6 mil or if it's just like I don't have the right SAE size for it, but 6 mil seemed about right. I really hope this doesn't rotate. Okay, I can get a finger on its posts. There's not much tension on any of these. It's one would imagine being a clock and not hydraulic craziness that I normally work on. Okay. So that appears to be okay. Looks like there's an added bushing on the going side on the top plate. This thing is very dirty though. It's like someone oiled it, like just soaked the whole thing in oil attempting to get it to go. Which of course is not how you clean a clock. Should have waited for the spring letdown tool. Well, hey, that's on video. Alright. So, there's the main plate off. This wheel stayed with it. It looks like there's a clamp of some sort on there. A little clampy spring. We'll play with that later. Here is, so there's the spring side, or the strike side has a little plate with a cup facing up, and here was the main first spring in there. It looks like these were the, let me try to reassemble this in some type of meaningful order. I think it went this one right here, and then this one was under it. Everything went down. It kept going down. Was there a... Yes and yes. Okay. Did this go? I think this one went this way. Based on the amount of wobble in that, I'm pretty sure that's going to have to be rebushed. Just from the little bit I've seen of other clockmakers doing repair videos. That doesn't seem to want to go there. Okay. Lord. No idea how that was. It was somewhere in here. Lessons learned. Spring letdown tool. Absolutely essential. I thought the zip tie, but apparently you have to relieve the pressure so that way that doesn't happen as you take it off. Now the spring is caught and seems safe and inert. But yeah, we'll let's refer to my notes. So S1 I seem to have done this upside down. Did I do this upside down? The fly. I put the fly with a cog. Yes, I did this whole thing upside down from its current arrangement. So here's the strike side. Now then, I want a cog wheel with a sprocket for S3. This looks like it's S1. I had sprocket, I had a little cog, a wheel, whatever the hell that word is. This looks like it went here. That looks about right. The arbor's kind of fucked up there, so it's not gonna... Oh, here's the middle bit. The very middle bit with its spring. The spring was facing downwards, I do believe. Yeah, that looks right. That comes off. There's some rust there. I'm not sure if this is going to come apart anymore, but we'll just put it back together for a bit. And we'll leave that together for cleaning. This is, 7 mils long, all in all. So if this is strike 1, there's 2 wheels with some pins. 2 wheels. It says plate with lever. Yeah, that looks like that. So then there's those pins that face down, and then, yep. So this was facing down in my drawing, so this one here, let me get up closer to it. Focus. That's enough. You see that this has like a weird cog thingy at the bottom, which would actually, because I drew everything upside down, be the top, so the pins are going to face down, these pins here. So this is S2. About 4 mils long. And I think it went kind of center here. That looks like a good pivot point for it. Oh no, everything's upside down. Flip the drawing. That makes more sense. So there's S2. S3 was just 1 wheel. This was on that side. I think this is it. It seems more top central though. Like it may have been, did S3, I did put, okay, S3 does have some posts. It looks like the entire strike side that's really going to save me is these little posts that they have from just terminating. So this is S3. Once again, overall about 4 mils, but the pinion thingy is like 2 mils, or centimeters. Why do I keep saying mils? 2 centimeters away from one end. And this was this way in the drawing, so it goes upside down here, and it looks like that's the pivot it was sitting in. Doesn't look like a pivot at all. We will, unless this is in the wrong pivot. Did this go? I really feel like that's about right. Those two feel okay. And this had the pins going up, so the pins go down. Okay, yeah, I just had to lift things up. That is right. That is S3. It goes right there, and then the fly I had with the cog up, so the cog goes down. Okay. I have the strike side more or less assembled. Cool. That means all other things go on the other side. What are you? In the middle. You came off of something, didn't you? You must have. Okay. Kind of wedge that out of the way. So that's the strike side sorted. Oh. The going side. Mainspring. With the click and everything. I have no idea what's going on with these. That's the click spring. Sure. Maybe I damaged it. I don't know. Here's the ratchet that goes with it. Nothing looks broken, but I'm not an expert. Matter of fact, I am very much an amateur. So now let's go on to the timing side. The escape wheel. This was the escape wheel. And I had it drawn like that, so it goes like this. Okay. Pretty sure it goes. Is that a pivot that I need to use? This little. Is that where it was? Kind of in the middle there? I'm gonna put it there. That feels about right. T3. So all of them kind of had a progressing level of. It was like T1 had it really close. It went big wheel, little wheel. And then it went T2, had little wheel at the very bottom, and then a wheel, the big wheel. So I think it went like that. And then T3 was kind of mid. So I'm pretty sure this is T3, and then I showed you T2 and T1. Now then, let's see if we can just get them back in any type of sensical order. And I had everything upside down in my drawing, so let's do like that. That I think goes there. Yep, that looks right. That's T1, T2. Let's flip it over. I think that goes right there. Okay. The timing side seems to be much better fitting than the strike side in terms of whether I'm going to have to rebush things or not. Okay. This one goes in under there. Okay. And then this one goes there. The escape. Or does it go? Let's get everything standing up right. Really? Okay. T3 fell out of its pivot, but okay, I feel like I have those right. Now then, we've got this loose cog. I'm really thinking this fell off of the central bit because I did not have it drawn on any of these. Yeah, I think it went. This was the center post, and I'm not sure if it went. Oh, is it upside down? Yeah, I feel like it was like somewhere on this, because I do remember there being more to it than it seems to have up here, maybe. It doesn't fit very nicely. It's not wanting to slide on there, and it did come off fairly rapidly, so we'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so I'm going to separate these parts out now and go put them in a degreaser, and we'll still be waiting on the oh, actually, let me go ahead and do that. So, whoopsie. I had things in two separate bins. So strike side going in. Let's see if I can get that strike. Okay, let me see if I can get this bit off here for the strike plate, the timing plate. Violent. Okay, it's got a little bit of a curve to it, that little nub there on the, so it had three legs. The central one had a little nub that I do believe was pointing down, yeah, that was definitely pointing down. Okay. Oh, before I do this, let's get a good orientation on this thing. So it is the way it was. This is the top plate, the extra bushing. So let's see here. We've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Really, I'm not sure. Okay, I think you need to count the bits in between them. Just don't want to get this flipped upside down so it starts chiming backwards or something. So there are a couple spots where there's only one big gap. I don't know how to keep this straight. So I'm going to start here. There's one long tooth and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth of the short variety. One long tooth and then 1, 2, 3, 4 teeth of the short variety. One long tooth, 3 short, one long, 2 short, 3 long, and then I don't even know how many. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 short ones, 1 long, and I'm going to assume that's 11 short ones as I'm rotating this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I think it goes 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then this gap of long teeth. But that is, so how would we describe that? You have 12 at the top as I'm holding it now, 12, 11, 10, it goes clockwise down. So it's reverse clock order as I'm holding it like this, clock order like that, counting short teeth. Glad I thought of that for a second. So strike wheel. There's the bit of the springs cover. It looks like there's one on the other side as well. I'm not sure if this is just dust, but it is dented. But it has a little bit of springiness to it. But I'm going to say that it was like that before. So strike sides all going in there. Get out this bit that this was what was holding this earlier. Yeah, we'll put that in the strike bar, not it's central. Good Lord, you can see the oil buildup in here. Okay, and now let's get to put those central bits in strike as well. And then the escape wheel, T whatever. I identified him once, I can identify him again. Whatever. And once again. Oh, this plate has a little nubbin at the bottom. Did the, oh, this one does too. Oh wait, there's a groove. There is a way to remove it, you just have to rotate it. It's kind of keyed. The real pain in the ass, oh, I guess I had some idea where this thing went, these strike components, but there's lots of videos on that. And then in the middle here, we've got this brass kind of dancing man leg thing. I don't know what I'd call this. It's not coming off easily that way. That doesn't look like it comes off either. I am rather afraid to take these springs off of their posts because of how I have them zip tied here. No wait, that one went okay. That was the strike spring. We'll leave that in the bin until such time as I have real tools. The mainspring. Oh, we're alive. Cool. Alright, it's pretty much broken down. This, I'm not sure if it's meant to come off. I see no safety wire or anything. These posts though, nope, none of the posts. They're all on there. Let's see here, what is our mark here? New Haven, trademark USA. God, this thing is, yeah, someone just like WD-40'd the hell out of this, or 3-in-1 oil, or I don't know, they literally just soaked it in oil. Does this, should see a bushing there, but it doesn't appear to want to come apart, so we will leave it at that. So, the clock is apart, and I kind of have a reasonably good idea on how to put it back together. Hopefully the real tools will get here soon, and I can continue this process. Yeah, also in case I don't timestamp or anything, this is the Saturday before Thanksgiving. I have the watch on, what is it? Yeah, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Just dropped Tina off at the hotel at the airport. I spent a night at the hotel Saturday. And I'm going to keep recording because I tidy up. Oh, that's not a good system. I need a better system. I'm still trying to figure out how to organize these tools. Okay, we're going to use those posts over there. Okay. Yeah, that's better. I'll put the cutters on that side and then the pliers over yonder. Sure, good enough for now. Yeah, talking. What was I saying? There's some tidy up in here. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I have no intention of streaming really, but I might just share this with a few select people who might want to hear my voice. Or in the event of my eventual death. I mean, not the event. It will happen. We all die, right? Whenever that does happen, I don't have a lot of recordings of me or pictures or videos because I stay inside. And I don't talk to people often. Well, yeah, fair enough statement. I just realized these flatheads had a number. I used a 1/8 on those. Hopefully I don't get to a point in the recording where I have to reference that. Anywho. Yeah, some people might like to hear my voice eventually. Also, future me, we fucked up today. But now we know you gotta let down that spring after you zip tie and clamp. But all in all, pretty happy I was able to get it back together. Just those drawings, I didn't have to pause or stop and rewind to get a reasonable estimation of it. Just the drawings, that was nice. I was like, good job, me. Good job, YouTube dude who I watched. Yeah, clean enough. Alright.